So, a bit of news. There's no easy way to say it. Essentially, has parted ways. He's gone on to bigger and better projects. He's actually starting his own podcast, which we wish him all the best. And if you're out there, I'd love to be a guest one day. APMA, how are we doing? So, a bit of news this week. So, basically, there's no easy way to say it. Essentially, Jim has parted ways. He's gone on to bigger and better projects. He's actually starting his own podcast, which we wish him all the best. And Jim, if you're out there, I'd love to be a guest one day. But obviously, there's three of us. We're not used to being a three, so we thought we'd get someone to fill in. Now, this is actually someone that we've wanted on for a very long time. I have personally wanted them for a very, very long time. They're normally busy on a Thursday, but today, managed to catch him on a free one. Okay? It's a friend of mine. Begins with J. I think it's going to be quite a happy hour. It's Jimmy from the Jimmy Conspiracy Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
there he is.
Here he is.
Look at that.
God, the audience thought it was going to be Ben. That's a fourth.
I mean,
Hello,
my podcast
mate.
has really taken off, so I thought I'd just come on, do a little cameo for you boys, try and get the views up.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
mate.
that.
Get a real star on the show. But yeah, no, thanks for having me on, boys. It's
Mate, we appreciate
pleasure
you
to be
coming on.
here.
We appreciate you coming
I
on.
mean, you should. You really should, honestly.
We were worried that the numbers were going to tank, so we thought we'd plug the hole quite quickly.
Well, yeah, just getting one of the big dogs, and I'll change things around, boys.
That's it. It's a very nice setup you got there. What plant is that?
This is actually from the rainforest of plastic plants. So, yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Low
I just go with the
maintenance.
Plastic. Yeah, man. Like fucking, I've killed so many plants over my time. I set fire to one once, didn't I, Dan?
Yeah.
I put a little,
Still alive, though.
it's come back. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Dad's-
basically, I
Dad
used to
took
put
it
like
in.
an incense stick, and where I hadn't like watered the plant for that long, it was quite dry, and then I literally set fire to the plant.
It's funny because
Get out.
It was like all in work, and,
Yeah.
and we were like, "There's a fire," but you never really expect a plant to be on fire. And then like we looked over, and it was one of the plants was fucking on fire.
Gotta watch out for those rainforest fires.
That's it, yeah.
But
Well,
we
yes.
both bought it at the same time, and it was about a year in, and James's was like, it had one leaf on it, and it was like, it was just holding on with the deal. Like, mine had it around my house, and I've been watering it, and it got a good light, and it's fucking flourishing. It was huge. and then we gave James's to my dad. It's downstairs. It'll make a guest appearance. It's doing well now.
Nice.
What are those trees called? Those
Bonsai.
Japanese.
Yeah,
It looked like everyone thought it was like a bonsai tree.
Yeah, no, they are bonsais. Well,
are they?
Yeah, well, they're like cheap bonsais, but they are bonsais.
Yeah, but my dad's looked after it now.
Yeah.
He's got it back to
It's normal how.
bonsai material.
It's funny. A plastic plant is like, it's so bad, isn't it? It's like everything a plant stands for and everything plastic stands for. It's like the polar opposites.
Yeah.
It's like Greenpeace.
I do like it. The thing is, though,
Look
you
good,
chuck
though.
the plant in the background. I mean, look at you can't see the DSLR setup, but mate, it looks fucking the bollocks, man. I'm not gonna lie. Looking
Nice.
pretty fucking fresh
Looking
over
crisp.
I mean, do we want to give some
you-
background as to why you're why you're not here? Or
Yeah.
just
He's
Just
moved on.
purely for that joke that obviously I just started a new podcast, and
it's a long way
that was
to
it,
travel.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so basically I'm off to a wedding this evening, and I have to drive up to Hertfordshire usually, so I didn't fancy the drive up, drive down, and drive to the wedding. So
That is a lot.
that's why I've actually got a new hairdo as well. So I've actually
Very clean.
it's very Bondville-esque. So
That's nice. Good contrast.
yeah,
with the
boys.
beard.
It's
Speaking
not my
of
wedding, by the way. It's, imagine that. Just didn't invite any of the boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't invite your brother.
I'd be upset, but Dan, I think, would be fucking distraught.
The podcast's more important.
It's a turn down being best man. Fucking
We should actually do a
It'll
pod.
probably last longer.
We should do a if you do get married, we should do a pod at the wedding. That would be hilarious.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The wedding crashers.
Yeah.
Or if anyone's listening is getting married,
Yes.
Yeah,
invite
we'll
us.
come and do a live pod.
Live pod. Any weddings, so we'll do a live pod,
Yeah.
and we'll be called like the wedding
charge
crashers.
20 grand.
Yeah.
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 Only requirements are an open bar and we're all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
And we have to DJ. We have to DJ.
Yeah, we get at least an hour slot on the decks.
Yeah.
That sounds good. What's going on with them boards there, Jimmy? What we got? Some
So just me and Dan, we've got some Hobo Jet skateboards dropping. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I've got some.
That's the old.
That's literally just where I put them. But
It's the Dan Catchy Pro board, isn't it? On the smiley face behind.
they you won't be able to see that on the DSLR. But I'll bring it over. Fuck it.
Let's have a little browse.
So
I love that design.
Oh, that
as
is
well.
such a cool design.
Yeah, it's cool.
Designed by Dan
Oh.
Catchy. That's his
Epic.
pro board.
Nice.
Nice. So for all the skateboard fans out there listening, when are they dropping?
We're gonna try. We've got a lot on, but we're
I've
gonna
been
try and
supposed to
drop it.
drop them for like the last 3 months, but I just don't have time. But
We're gonna hopefully do the 1st, didn't we? October the 1st.
Nice.
No. What are we on now? August.
September
the 1st.
September the 1st.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
September
7-ply
1st.
Canadian Maplewood, aren't they?
Nice.
Yes.
I've got I actually
Proper good skate.
I used to skate and I can. They're
Yeah,
actually
just
really
skating
good
board.
quality boards. Like you can tell when some companies do boards and they're just like some shitty
Yeah.
boards. Like these are actually fucking.
They're
sick.
for skating.
They
you
are-
put them on your wall, but they're for skating.
Yeah, they are literally fucking
Durable.
Sick. Yeah, very good.
yeah. Literally, I've had pro skaters skating them and shit, and everyone fucking loves them. So, like I say, we
Sick.
wanted to do it proper. We didn't just want to, a lot of companies just release boards and
Yeah.
you skate them, and they end up snapping and shit. So, we've done it proper. But
Nice.
they'll be out soon.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, so thank you for zooming in today. We thought what we would do is kind of go over some insane, like unbelievable stories. But where we're going to start is something that you may have heard of, something you may have seen recently. It's certainly trended on Netflix. And I watched it the other day and I was hooked. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking just another level. It's the documentary on Malice at the Palace, a notorious, what would you call it? A riot? A fucking
much, yeah.
just
Yeah.
absolute chaos at an NBA basketball game between
Detroit.
Pistons
and the
Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
And have we all seen it? What do we think?
I've seen it. Yeah, like epic build up.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. No, really good. Like you lads mentioned it, and
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched it the other night, and what a sick program or documentary.
Yeah. It was like it had like the feel of Michael Jordan's Last Dance documentary, which I absolutely loved. I've seen it twice now. But it's like if the Last Dance was building up and then just completely went to shit in like not in a bad way for the documentary, but like historically, like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So basically, it's all around the Indiana Pacers, and I won't lie, I'm not like a big NBA fan, so I don't really quite understand the format. Does anyone like for the championship and stuff? Because they have like 7 or 8 playoff games, don't they?
Yeah,
with the same
so
team.
basically they were on track to win the championship, and it's like that was it's a bit like the decider game that
Yeah.
kind of whoever won that would probably win the championship.
Yeah.
So it was a huge game.
And the championship, is that like the biggest thing?
Yeah,
in the
and
NBA?
Detroit actually won the championship
Yeah.
because
Because of it.
because of it. Yeah.
Because they were
Yes,
because it's kind of where it stemmed from. The Indiana Pacers were absolutely dicking them, weren't they?
smashing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were showboating and
They were set to win. They had the best players. They were beating them, and it was I mean, I felt sorry for the Indiana Pacers. Like,
Yeah.
did feel sorry for him.
I feel like Reggie Miller, who obviously was a legend of the game and never actually won it because of that.
It's weird, isn't it? Because at football, I suppose it's a bit open, but like it's. I mean, you've been to one, didn't you, bro? You watched the Lakers. Like it's so close. You can, you can hear what people are saying. Like and the security fucked off.
Yeah, there was none. Was there?
And so once once it all kicked off, it's like it's hard, isn't it? You go into like fight mode protection. They should have just gone to the tunnel, I think, sooner. But it's a combination of like build up stuff. But obviously there's a few.
So what? I haven't seen the documentary.
They're playing a game, and then it kicks off between. I don't know all their names, which is so I don't really follow them.
Artest.
Artest.
He was a bit of a hothead, wasn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't actually.
I think there was like a foul or something.
Yeah.
And he laid on a table, he
Yeah,
laid
yeah.
on a sport.
That's
The
what-
scorer's table.
and then someone threw a drink from the stand
Yeah.
at him, and it
It
hit him.
was slow mo, and it landed on his face.
And then he just literally launched into the crowd to go and beat the fuck out of this guy.
But
actually got the wrong guy.
got the wrong
Yeah.
guy. But then he's one of the other guys, the other players, was like proper gangster. Like didn't give a fuck, and he was like, "Right, my boy's in there. I'm fucking going in." So he runs in and starts fucking throwing haymakers, and then everyone's like, and then it just all kicks off, and everyone's like, there's just fights breaking out everywhere. And then what's the third guy's name? There's one point where this guy comes on the court.
Oh my
to
God.
fight him.
Yeah.
There's two instances. Like he's walking off. One guy comes on and like supposed to square up to him. I mean,
so Artest just fucking
he's
bangs
like
him, doesn't he?
6'6", fucking, and they're from the streets, and he just went. He's like, this guy's squaring up to me. Boom, just haymakers him.
Yeah.
But then there's another
other
one where it
dude.
kicks off again, and this other player who I really felt sorry for because he was a sick basketball.
His career was on a hell of a trajectory.
He
wasn't
was
it?
protecting someone. He ran over, mate, and if it had connected,
they
he'd
called
have
it the
killed-
greatest slip in history.
he'd
didn't
have
they?
killed this guy. Like he runs over,
Fucking
flying
mental.
punch, but just before he lands the punch, he slips.
Yeah.
So it takes all the momentum.
He
out
does
the
still
punch.
connect, doesn't he?
connects,
But,
and it's like. But if it had fully, even the commentator was like, or the guy, he was like, if it had connected that.
I know. So they were commentating at the time. The commentator.
No, this is after that.
This was
Yeah.
I was
absolute
gonna say, that'd be
chaos.
class.
This was like
And he's running in for the punch.
There's like 30,000 fans just descending on these Indiana Pacers,
Yeah.
like 10
Did
guys.
you? I know this is slightly off topic, but did you see the game in the French league the other day where this literally, what you're saying, literally happened in the football game?
Yeah, Nice.
Um,
It was Pyatt, wasn't it?
Oh, I heard about that.
Someone
I
threw
heard, I
a
didn't see
water
it.
fire, and then obviously like he starts throwing the bottle back into the crowd, and then
Oh,
the
God.
crowd come, and then
It
pretty much
kicks off.
exactly what you're explaining, but
All hell breaks
just
loose.
happened. Yeah, happened on like a football pitch. But I think when I was watching that, I obviously haven't seen the NBA one, but with the football one, I was like, "What? The players need to get the fuck off the pitch."
Yeah,
and
as
stop,
soon
like-
as. Yeah.
like just as soon as it kicks off, get off the pitch, because then it would just calm the situation down.
Well,
straight away.
as well at the NBA, there's full on like you can have as many drinks as you want. I don't know if that's the same now, but then they were drinking all the way through.
Yeah,
So you've got
smashed.
all these guys, like 20,000 guys. Well, obviously a lot of people had left who weren't ready, but they're all getting ready. But the guys wouldn't leave. Like a few of them had gone off, and they were like still hanging around. Obviously, the adrenaline's going, and then they're trying to like push them back and kept turning round. So then they start ripping like chairs and stuff up and throwing them down. And it's like, just get out of there.
Yeah.
Throwing all drinks. But what the trouble is with it all is that from that documentary, from what I saw, the news edited out, or they just showed the bit, a bit like Cantona when he did that kick into the crowd.
Yeah.
Although that was pretty much him doing a kick into the crowd. They just showed the bits of the basketball players hitting the fans.
proper
and that was
sold
it.
them
They
out.
didn't put any context. They didn't show the build up to it. So like everyone was hating on the fans. Everyone was hating on the players, and like going, "Oh, this is disgusting." Like they're paid to. But when you watch the whole lot in context, it's like, well, they're just sticking up for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was like even the NBA just completely ostracized the Pacers because obviously they didn't want to vilify the fans because the fans is what generates all the money. But what was quite funny was one of the guys whose name, it's the same dude that you're talking about, Dan, whose name just completely evades me.
John Green.
Is it Jermaine O'Neal? Jermaine O'Neal,
yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal. He was like, so what you don't understand is, so we were showboating and stuff. It was getting a bit fucking disrespectful, and then someone said to our test, "You've got a free foul before the end." So, and he was quite a violent player anyway.
Yeah.
But the guy that he fouled, I think either his dad or his brother had died recently.
Yeah,
so he was like emotionally heightened anyway. So then they square off and stuff, and then our test walks off and lays on the bench thing. But this O'Neill was like, what the fans don't understand is, yes, we were like squaring up to each other and stuff, but what they don't know is that actually a lot of us were friends. So it was never going to come to blows. But the fans see their team squaring up against another team, and then obviously this fan throws the water bottle in it all, and it just fucking erupted. There was only 3 police officers in the building. No security, 3 police officers trying to manage 30,000 people. It's just absolute fucking
it's funny,
chaos.
I wish we knew more about NBA, but so their main player, this legend, he wasn't playing because he was injured. He was injured, but he had a suit on, and like,
oh yeah,
but he's a fucking legend there. Like, everyone knows. But one of the police officers was like getting a macing to like spray him
because they didn't know who he was.
And they were like,
Reggie Miller.
They were like, how the fuck do you not know who this guy is?
Yeah,
it's madness. But it's
just...
I can imagine. Like, I remember you saying when you went there, it's like it's very enclosed in. The basketball pitches aren't that big.
It's always end to end, isn't it?
Yeah, it's end to end. Like, you're really close to the players.
Yeah, and there's like
it's fucking sick. But then again, with the crowds and stuff, as soon as like a few people run on, it's just you don't really get the chance ever to be on there. So a lot of people are just sort of running on to
get on there. Yeah,
to get on there, aren't they? Like, people just do that shit.
Yeah, I would pack mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it all kicked off at the Lakers, I'd have been straight on there. Fucking trying to fucking.
But you don't want to
shoes and shit.
Like, it's funny because all these guys have been drinking all day. Like, you know, they're not. They don't look in the best shape, do they? They're going up against like 6'6", 7" athletes from the streets who are like in prime. It's like, it's never going to be good for you. No. Like, you're not going to come off well. And they're angry, man. They're fucking angry.
The documentary, it obviously leads up to this fight. Is it? How does it kind of? How's the narrative played with the documentary and stuff? Does it kind of just end at the fight? And
it's to be honest, I thought it was really fucking sad because it then shows the fallout of their careers. Especially this Jermaine O'Neal. Like, he was essentially tipped to potentially go up, you know, for Jordan, Kobe, that sort of level. And it just completely tarnished his career. Reggie Miller, who was obviously a legend, never actually got a championship ring, which was a thingy. But I tell you what pissed me off: that Artest, who was literally the fucking instigator. He left the team. He got a transfer to the LA Lakers because he didn't want to like face it. He just all of his teammates were like, "You're a fucking coward. We backed you and you fucked off." He went over to the LA Lakers and won the championship. So out of all them guys, the one who deserved it the least got the fucking championship.
And you could tell even in the interview, like he had some deep problems. Didn't he?
Like,
so like, he was playing there, and then obviously they were doing really well. Had this like free triangle of like the free guy, and then he was like, "I need some time off." Like the season just started. Like, do you know what I mean? At the end of the season, you got loads of time off, and it was like, but he just wasn't interested. And then he phoned in one day for a big game, and
it was a funeral. Wasn't it?
It was, and he was like, "I've got a funeral." And then they see him at this award ceremony. This rapper thing, and he's giving out, and he's like, he's supposed to be playing, and he's told everyone he's gone to a funeral. It's fucking. He just doesn't want to be there, does he? But like, he says he has, which is fair enough. Like, you know, I can imagine being at a level, he's got like anxiety and things going on, but he just never knew, I don't think, how to express it.
It's going to be like me later on when you watch the Bournemouth game and I'm just in the crowd. I said he was going to a wedding.
Oh dear. Bournemouth till I die.
What's also funny, I'm pretty sure he changed his name to Meta World Peace.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did. Actually, he was like became a Buddha and stuff, didn't he?
But there's like loads of clips of Ron Artest just being a fucking cunt.
Really?
Yeah, there's one where I think his team have either scored like a bucket, and he literally runs past someone. I think it's James Harden, and just elbows him in the throat.
Jeez.
And he just get that sort of shit was like pretty standard for
Yeah,
Ron Artest. Like, that's Ron Artest.
Yeah. He's a bit. He's psychotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it, that we don't have. We might actually have it, but we don't really have basketball's not really a thing in the UK.
No.
Like,
It's certainly not as big.
but like, I mean, going to watch the Lakers, man. That was like probably one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
I loved the whole feel of the place, and obviously, like you get all the food and the drink and stuff, and it was like the entertainment and stuff was brilliant. Like again, at a football, it feels very. They try and add that element in, but it usually feels quite. Just feels like you're watching like a sporting event, but when you go to like a basketball game in America, it's like I don't know why you just feel cool. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. It's like it feels like. I'm
definitely going. Next time we go,
feels like a bit sexy in there. Do you know what I mean? It's just like this is you pay that's why people pay so much money to go and watch.
Yeah. Could you drink alcohol?
Like, yeah. You can do whatever.
How much was a ticket? It was like $350, $400.
I paid a lot because we got. I mean, I was literally fucking pretty much next to fucking LeBron and shit. So
mate.
Yeah. I won't say how much I paid, but yeah, it wasn't cheap.
Nice. Staples Centre.
We were sat like fucking behind the bench and shit, and like I could hear them like talking about what they're going to do and happen. It was insane.
Yeah.
And when LeBron like runs out, the fucking crowd go berserk.
I bet they look when you're down there as well. So I bet they look massive,
like giants.
Yeah. Oh mate, they're so fast and like their fitness. You know they're. I don't know if you ever played like indoor like foot six-a-side or anything.
It gets you fit, don't it?
It is so tiring, and these guys are just fucking. Yeah, they're elite. Like it's no wonder they get paid so much. But when they're when they're fucking dunking and shit, they just fly through the air. It's mental.
Yeah.
Average ticket price at the Staples Centre to see the Lakers is $270.
Wow.
Oh, that's not bad, really.
Yeah.
It's like, what,
Staples Centre is sick.
That is average, so I guess they had all the really high ones and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But was it 75p to the dollar? So what's that, about 100?
Yeah, about 200. Yeah.
Maybe.
But I mean, like I say, in the UK, if they had, they had some teams, I'd go and watch it.
Yeah,
they could try and get it's just getting people in the door, isn't it? And
yeah.
I mean, Eddie Hearn needs to get behind it, and
that's the thing. It's like the whole infrastructure, like even baseball. I bet baseball,
basketball.
Yeah.
We have a national basketball league.
Yeah.
I have been.
Yeah, but I mean, they just need to make it fucking cool, don't they?
Yeah.
There's no money in it. That's the trouble.
It's never going to get the level that the NBA does.
You know what I mean? The Bournemouth Badgers. They're like, fucking need to get it rolling.
100%. But yeah, the Malice in the Palace thing is insane and well worth a watch.
For sure.
Right, guys, we're going to take it to a break there. Just refresh the cameras and stuff, and then we will be straight back. See you in a minute. APMA, you're right, VIPs. Welcome to this exclusive podcast just for you. VIP, you're right, I'm just talking about the spice. Great question, mate.
And then,
fucking. What did you say?
A lot of it. I was like, what?
Oh, Acorn Gardens.
Boys are fucking goalless, mate. Stevie, you're making me cry, man.
It's funny because can we just vouch that if any of us dies, we carry on the podcast?
oh yeah.
Don't know why Ben's playing that, to be honest. What are you drinking?
I'm a VIPs.
Hello, Caden.
What's the one thing you're looking forward to most?
Oh, good question, mate. Thank you very much. We will answer that now. How are you?
Hi, Dishy Dan.
Yeah, we've got a game show to do.
Game show!
people were using them to pleasure themselves to 50 Shades of Grey.
Cucumber.
You don't have to be someone in order to go and become someone.
Really like what you just said. You have to be someone to
but that is probably
really
one
good.
of the coolest things I think I've ever said.
That is so good. Because this is what you get in the VIP. This is behind the scenes. Ben's having a go at me. You guys drop in via the Discord, ask us some questions, and we've got the game show. It's an opportunity to win a free t-shirt. In fact, in here is the studio. Hello, guys. You all right? So I'm just doing a little studio tour for the guys. We've got Dan, Jimmy, and Lozzie, of course. And we're back. APMA, how we doing? So, like I said, we're doing some crazy stories today. We started off with Malice in the Palace. Dan, what is your crazy, unbelievable story?
Crazy, unbelievable story. Fucking hell, I didn't know it had to be crazy.
So, what's the date today? 26. Yeah, I saw this yesterday. Just made me laugh. I thought I'd just have to bring it out. Yeah. So, man 20... I mean, bear with me.
Okay.
That's going to be very morbid.
Man 25 dies after using glue to seal his penis shut instead of a condom in a drug-fueled romp with his girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
I was actually going to use this one, so I'm glad I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not laughing at the death.
How
It's just the situation is...
I don't even want to know how that leads to
It's the
death.
full process.
How do you die from that?
Yeah.
The internal process.
A man has died after... again, it's the son, so what they've done is twisted it a little bit.
Right.
So they've got the catchy headline.
He's not dead.
You know, they wrote it. I'm just reading it out.
This is it.
A man has died after using super strong glue to seal off his penis in a drug-filled romp with his girlfriend as they've forgotten to bring a condom. Salman Miraza, 25, reportedly applied epoxy adhesive to his manhood as a substitute for protection to stop his fiancée from getting pregnant before having sex in a hotel in... I don't know, it's India. Gujarat?
Seems logical.
Gujarat. You know, at least they're reporting this so that if anyone was thinking about supercutting the penis together,
You can
be
think
careful.
twice.
But
That is horrific.
yeah, so the couple were both reported addicted to drugs. Checked into the hotel on the 22nd of June before they were both found. He was found unconscious the following day, police say. After taking drugs, they decided to use a strong glue to seal off his private parts during intercourse to avoid pregnancy. According to the police officer,
Where's the logic?
he said the pair also mixed whitener with the epoxy to inhale for the kick, which is essentially what killed him. So several witnesses said that Mariza, along with former fiance, both of whom were addicted to drugs, had gone to the hotel. Yeah, we know that. Since they did not have any protection, they decided to apply the adhesive on his private parts to ensure that she does not get pregnant.
That is...
I'm going to briefly, because they keeps going over the same point.
Did it just write that three times?
That's the sun.
I'm still fucking soaking it in, so it's just as well that it is being repeated.
They're trying to get that word count.
What the fuck?
What glue was it? Was it prick stick?
No, I think.
What happens then?
So basically, it wasn't that. That's just the headline. It was they mixed it with something else, and then that's what it caused organ failure. The senior said, unfortunately, the adhesive damaged Salman's organs, and he died due to multiple organ failure. His relatives called for an inquiry into his death, as they believe he may have taken a drug that affected his health. Yep.
So he died of a drug overdose, basically.
Well, but with
a sealed dick.
mixing the glue with a whitener as well.
I thought he super glued his dick,
And he died
and then
because of
and then basically, oh god, there was a build up, and it exploded, and he bled to death. That's what I assume.
Yeah, well, I think that's
where I
what
thought it
we're
was
leading to. The
Build up.
experts have previously warned men against
That's a lot of
sealing their
smoke.
penises shut after an alarming product.
I love it how that's what they take from this. You know, not don't inhale glue.
Yeah.
It's more just don't.
That's
glue your
it.
I
penis.
don't know whether this is in India or what. So there's a product.
I reckon the glue sealing would work.
Why do you need experts to tell you that as well?
Yeah.
This is like the Trump thing with the
man.
bleach in it. There's a glue and it said more convenient and less intrusive way to cover yourself up. Apparently that's on the shelves.
How?
This is fucking.
Wait, they're recommending to use something else for that.
They're just experts have warned against it because there's something on the shelves.
against
Don't know if
it.
it's in India or wherever it is.
I thought they're like,
That
don't
is
use that one, but
absolutely
if you're going to use
If you
glue,
need,
I'll
if you
use
need,
this one.
to me, that's if you need to be told not to fucking super glue your penis together. That's just natural selection.
100%. 100%.
And not only doing that, like then you're mixing that up with something else, and you're doing other drugs, and it's just.
It's not going to be a good time.
It's going to be a sticky situation.
I just love how that was like the only option they could do.
I like that
It's
bit.
like not that you could go out and get a fucking condom from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like, no, we're gluing my fucking Jap's eye completely closed.
or pull out.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Or just
oh,
fucking
dear.
go bareback in the anal catch. You know what I mean?
Is it that hard to get a condom?
That's what. Yeah,
Surely
it just doesn't
not.
Make sense.
Surely
Maybe.
not.
I don't like it.
I bet they went to a shop and bought super glue.
Where
Could've got fucking condom.
Exactly. I would like if we had a challenge to go out now and get either super strength super glue or condom. I think you'd easily get a
yeah.
condom. Yeah.
100%. Well, you inspired me to quickly search, Dan. 7 things that have been used as condoms but definitely should not have been.
Okay.
God, I can see.
So,
There's pictures.
Number 1, a plastic bag. This one is more than just an old wives' tale. Just last month, this was made in 2016, but just last month, a pair of students from Vietnam used a plastic bag as a barrier method because they were too embarrassed to go out and buy condoms. The bag created so much friction that their... Oh my God, I'm sorry, I should have pre-read. The bag created so much friction that their genitals bled and they had both landed in hospital. Yikes. Plastic bags are abundant and thin, but they do not... but they do not an evening or safe or pleasurable lovemaking make. Okay, the sentences fell apart at the end there, but so did my fucking mentality after that.
What I don't get about that is, right, so they're feeling a lot of friction and it takes for them to bleed to stop. Like, why, as soon as you're getting a lot of, why were you just
It's
like,
called
ow?
commitment, Ben.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
right.
it.
If you're being in the moment,
Fucking nut.
Commitment to
Yeah,
the
but
nut.
maybe
Got this
he
one in
didn't
the
want to
bag.
say anything.
Yeah,
and
she
didn't want
didn't.
to say anything.
Yeah, true,
And
true.
they got to that point where they were like, "Are you enjoying this?" She's like, "Are you enjoying this?" They're like, "Nah, it's actually."
I'm actually
burning, to be
pissing
honest with
blood.
you."
Tesco's bag is like, I'm fucking hating this.
Yeah,
Should've used
it's
a nap.
it's actually
did
quite
not
an
help.
interesting question. Embarrassed to go out and buy condoms. I have to say, I do feel like there is a stigma. Like back here, you know, in my life, obviously I've gone to a shop responsibly to purchase condoms, but
Thankfully.
I would often say if it was self-service or whatever, I'd put the condoms through first so that the next thing I buy I can put on top to almost like conceal the fact I've bought. It's
That's
very...
because you're getting like extra small ones. That's why
That's it, mate.
embarrassed.
That's it.
I'll go
The
and get
micro
triple
penis.
XL.
Yeah.
No, you have to order
I
specially.
do get what you
in.
mean. Like,
It's like you buy the magnums and they go through first, and you're like, oh yeah, these ones, they're just for my mate. Yeah.
With the fucking
My mate-
erectile
my mate-
dysfunction pills.
They're for me. my mates are coming now.
I'll get my mates condoms on the reg. Is there
I always
enough?
find the
There is like a stigma, I think.
yeah,
Did the magnums? Can I get a refund on the magnums?
I thought it was an ice lolly. Wrong thing. Better take it back.
Well, it's funny you say
I
that.
always find it strange in like motorway service stations. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who comes up
questionable.
on the-
That is questionable.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. You pull up on the side of the M25. You've got a Burger King. You're like, oh, fancy a quick bang. Like, I don't get the service station
Yeah.
ones.
And like the condom machines in the pubs. Like I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw the fucking machine.
Well, in the
You know what
toilet-
I
in the
mean?
toilets.
Like, how long have they been in there?
In the toilet.
Yeah.
In the toilets, yeah.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
like, the machine on the walls. Like when were they last restocked?
So, I'm busting for a piss, but also busting to get a nut. Do you know what I mean? Give us a fucking quid, mate.
I understand, like, you pull someone in the bar. It makes sense, but I just think, how long have they been in there?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's like, let's say that, like, the Sainsbury's toilets in Itchen, in the toilet in there, there's like a condom machine. And I'm like,
they sell condoms in the store.
But maybe it's that thing like where the
the people like me,
embarrassment
inconspicuous.
Is it not worse that you go to the toilet to buy a fucking condom rather than just buy it from the shop?
Oh dear, that's terrible. But like I said, funny you should say ice lolly, Ben, because number 2, an ice pop rapper. Anna Santos, a sex writer and educator from the Philippines, once told me that when young people in her country can't get their hands on condoms, they sometimes repurpose the wrappers of Calypso.
Oh, they're cardboard.
Hell.
Well, perhaps their Calypsos are different.
I fucking hope so.
That'll add some length as well.
Calypso is a kind of ice pop. Yeah, we know that. An ice pop is not a penis. We also know that, as Santos so succinctly put it. Ouchie. Definitely. Of all the, maybe... Like, I mean, we're talking about Magnum condoms. Maybe just get a nice Magnum wrapper, but not a fucking Calypso. It's like putting your dick in a fucking screwball packet. Imagine that, the fucking plastic.
I'm interested to see what others.
So number 3 is a disposable glove. Attempts of literal gloves taking the place of metaphorical gloves run rampant. A depressing 2014 survey of 1,500 British women found that a quarter of them had heard of alternative barrier methods being used during sex, including plastic bags and, yes, latex gloves. As in, these women knew couples who have done this. As an inquiring mind on Reddit once asked, would a latex glove or a rubber band be a good substitute for a condom? What the fuck?
Rubber band.
Yeah.
Rubber band.
Just curious, the user added. As the top comment answered, would a baby be a good substitute for all the quiet time you used to have? To this, the correct answer is hell no. So that's the plastic glove. Plastic wrap, so cellophane, I believe is what we call it in this country. Another thin synthetic material, another story of it being appropriated as a condom. This one from a writer at Total Sorority Move, who last year brought us the saga of that time I used saran wrap as a condom. Considering that his dick looked like a leftover sausage wrapped up for storage, I wasn't sure how to proceed, the author observes of her mental state the moment before penetration. The answer was don't, but she did. For the love of all that is good, holy and baby-free, let her be the last who does. You can, however, use plastic wrap as a dental dam, so there is that. Number 5. 3 more. We'll get through it. Don't worry. A sandwich bag. An alarming number of people on forums across the World Wide Web want to know one thing. What happens if I use a sandwich bag as a condom? Some have already done the deed. My boyfriend and I the other night were out of condoms and it was too late to go to the store, and instead of nothing, we used a sandwich bag. One such improviser confesses, yikes. Those sharp plastic edges, no thank you. Sandwich bags are for sandwiches, and if you're feeling really ambitious, vodka gummy bears, leave the dicks out of it. 2 more. A plastic shower cap. My boyfriend and I, it's just got a chode. Just like, imagine the circumference on that to use a plastic shower cap. My boyfriend and I are going to have sex, but we are embarrassed to buy them, so we are going to find something else. An intrepid but horrifically misinformed Yahoo Answers user once stated, all I could find was my mum's shower cap. Will that work? You know what's more embarrassing than zipping out to the corner store and picking up a packet of rubbers? Using a shower cap as a condom. You know that what's more embarrassing than that? Using a shower cap as a condom and then getting an STI or pregnant. Well, you didn't need to go there. Now that would really be embarrassing, wouldn't it? The 7th and final. A balloon. Yes, the internet is also home to reports of people using water balloons as condoms, but the results aren't pretty. I have never seen a penis turn that colour before, one writes. Jesus Christ. Hard pass on that visual. Here are some things you can do with balloons. Make balloon animals, stretch them over cans to create a variety of miniature dumb sets, and make Bill Clinton's day. Don't get that reference, but here we are. So there we go. That is 7 uses of other things that you don't want to use as a condom.
In place of condoms.
Inspired by
a lot of
your
it's
story.
like because of embarrassment. It's like, well, the fact that you've done it now with a shower cap and you,
and your mum's shower cap.
put it on the internet.
Yeah, I was going
That
to
is
say,
a
you've
lot more
asked if it's okay to do that with a shower cap.
Yeah.
but stated that you're fucking embarrassed to go buy
Buy a
condoms.
condom.
It's fucking
The
ridiculous.
level of like self-awareness there is pretty much through the fucking floor.
Oh my goodness.
Not a good one,
It's
actually.
the fact of the week.
It's a good one. Right?
Yeah.
The wood frog can hold its urine for up to 8 months.
Jesus.
Got to follow the fish.
It's the fact of the week.
It's a frog, but
There we go. That was this
Nice.
week's fact of the week. Very good, very good. And that pulled us out of that horrible conversation, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Right, Lozzie, what's your one then, mate?
right. Let's have a look here. I'm gonna have to read off my phone, unfortunately.
Okay.
Now, this guy that I'm about to read about, he's either the unluckiest man in the world or he's the luckiest man in the world.
Right.
His name is Frane Selak, I
Right.
think is how you pronounce it. He was born on the 14th of June, 1929. He was Croatian, and he was known for his frequent brushes with death.
Oh,
And it's like I said, he's been described as either the world's luckiest or unluckiest man.
here we go.
Selak's near-death experiences began in January 1962 when he was riding a train through a cold, rainy canyon and the train flew off the tracks and crashed in a river. An unknown person pulled Selak to safety while 17 other passengers drowned. Selak suffered a broken arm and hypothermia. The next year, during his first and only plane ride, he was blown out of a malfunctioning plane door and landed in a haystack. The plane crashed, killing 19 people.
Oh my goodness.
3 years after that, in 1966, we woke up. Do you know what I mean? A bus that he was riding in skidded off the road and into a river, drowning 4 passengers. Selak swam to shore with a few cuts and bruises. In 1970, his car caught fire, and as he was driving, and he managed to escape before the fuel tank blew up. 3 years later, in another driving incident, the engine of his car was doused with hot oil from a malfunctioning fuel pump, causing flames to shoot through the air vents. Selak's hair was completely singed in this accident, but he was otherwise unharmed. In 1995, he was struck by a bus in Zagreb, but sustained only minor injuries.
This guy's can't die.
He's literally immortal. In 1996, he eluded a head-on collision with a United Nations truck on a mountain curve by swerving into a guardrail, which gave way under the force. 2 days after this, 2 days after his 73rd birthday, he won what equates to just over £700,000 on the lottery. At the time of his win, he was also married for the 5th time. Yeah, not so lucky on the marriages, do you know what I mean? While he purchased 2 houses and a boat with his winnings, in 2010 he decided to give up most of his remaining money away to the relatives and friends after deciding to live a frugal lifestyle.
That is mental.
I don't know about you, but if I won 700 grand after pretty much nearly dying like 15 times, I'd be like, fuck all of you. I've deserved this fucking 700 grand. I'm taking it to the fucking bank.
He reminds me of like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Some guy trying to keep killing him.
to find who's more.
I reckon that guy. I reckon he seeked it out. I reckon he loved living on the edge. I reckon he got the dodgiest transport and just
he was the one derailing everything.
Yeah, he's just like, there's no way that can, you know.
I tell you what terrified me: the idea of like your fucking blowers in your car essentially becoming flamethrowers. Jesus Christ! Imagine that.
I mean, getting blown out of a plane.
Yeah.
And then landing on a fucking haystack.
He literally did
Meanwhile,
a fucking Assassin's Creed.
Plummets. Yeah.
Fucking leap
That
of
is
faith.
insane.
Or was this guy just like a prolific exaggerator and liar? Do you know what I mean? And just kept. Do you know what I mean? Like he got on a plane and it was just landed. And it was like fucking hell. Yeah, it had a bit of turbulence, and then he's like got off. He's like, I remember that flight when I like the turbulence. Now I got blown out the window, but luckily I landed on the haystack.
Guys, quickly, Jimmy can't hear us, and he hasn't been able to hear us for like the last 5 minutes.
You're joking.
I can't hear fuck off.
What's
It's like really breaking up.
Oh, you just missed.
I was just waiting for a good point to come in, but I can't hear. Like,
I thought you were
I'm probably
quiet.
gonna have to I'm just gonna have to reset. It's just reset the. Might just have
My
to
ears.
leave the fucking thing in and come back in because it's just fuck off.
Oh man, dear oh
Just give me
dear.
2 seconds. Sorry.
You just
lads.
missed the well done, luckiest man.
Oh fucking hell.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Shall we pull that to a quick break?
Yeah.
Just because I need a little piddly
Yeah, I
wee
need
wee. And we'll come back in just a moment. Jimmy will have ears again, and we'll have a few more mental stories. That was crazy. APMA, we're back. Jimmy can hear us. It's all good. Jim, are you ready with a story?
I am. It's not really. It's just more of a headline,
Okay,
and then I thought we could just sort of delve a bit deeper.
sounds good.
So, the headline is Australia snake startles shopper in Sydney supermarket. Helena Alate was browsing the shelves when she came face to face with a 10-foot diamond python, which she caught and released, by the way. So I think that's just, we're quite lucky in this country, aren't we, that we don't have to worry about, just browsing through Tesco's and then a 10-foot python just...
10 foot is
Nah,
big.
No, but we got Chavs to
Yeah, it
deal
was,
with.
3 meters, yeah. So
3 meters.
6 foot.
I bet that's a girthy
mean,
fucker as well.
Them down.
imagine just that, and then there's a big fuck off python. But then it's not like she just, phoned up, Steve Irwin to come and get rid of it. Fucking literally, she took it out the shop herself.
That's fucking epic.
I
man.
saw in Byron Bay. I saw a massive, it's about 3 foot, huge,
Really?
huge snake, just on the road.
3 meters or 3 foot?
It was
3 foot,
fucking-
mate. I mean,
Not 3 foot.
Oh, yeah, 3 meters. I was saying 3 foot. I just thought, that big.
No, it was about from there to there. Yeah, so that's
Wow.
fucking 3 foot, is it?
Yeah.
It was not that big. No, it was about half the size of that.
hell.
But it was
are
fucking
you
huge.
guys you into your snakes?
Do you know what? Snakes don't faze me. I know a lot of people that are like, oh, snakes are horrible. Like spiders, not about spiders, but snakes, I think they're cool. I think snakes are really cool.
I
Yeah, but have
Fire.
you ever come across one in an uncontrolled environment?
I've seen like a little corn snake in the woods.
I've been
little
bitten
corn
by one, which is why
Because
I don't like
there's-
them.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
really?
yeah,
There's
yeah.
some snakes out there which are like, I'm sure there's some snakes that are like fucking.
Pet snake.
What's the big Ben? What's the biggest? Because I don't want to shout something crazy out, but I'm sure there's like anacondas.
Anacondas are the
Yeah.
biggest.
30 meters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like boa
Like there's some that they've
constrictors and
seen on like Google Maps
Yeah,
and shit,
so,
where they're like,
8.43 meters and it weighed 227 kilos.
Fucking hell.
Did I ever say I
30
don't know,
feet.
I mentioned I was on the beach
30
once,
meters.
just lying down, and this fucking mouse came pelting down the sand, running towards the sea.
Like the fucking.
Like the mouse, it was sprinting as fast as it could, and I was like, "That's fucking weird. Like, what is a mouse running as fast as he
And then a
can?"
snake.
And then a couple of seconds like a fucking snake.
Yeah.
But obviously, the snake was just in its
How they
element.
move is fucking
on the
insane,
sand.
isn't
He
it?
was loving it, and and he just fucking.
like, fucking
Yeah, and the mate. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
Just
what.
imagine the sand like spraying up the back.
Yeah, well, he was like, and he's fucking obviously slithering in on his S shape.
Skiing down.
And I don't know what the mouse's plan was anyway. Like, what's he
Drown.
gonna do? Run into the sea? But he didn't get there anyway, and the snake caught him. And then
Oh, the snake got him?
The snake caught him on the beach, and then everyone.
Did he? Why didn't he go into the sea?
We didn't make it. The snake caught him. He was too
Oh,
quick.
the snake got him.
So, but then he ate him tail first.
Oh.
So everyone's
Savor.
we were all stood around
The
watching,
screams.
and it's like, well, it's nature, so you can't interfere.
Yeah.
But the mouse was alive the whole way
Oh.
through, and he just saw his little face, and he was just like looking up, and it was not nice to
You
watch.
could do
That's
something.
it.
Yeah.
I, don't like,
yeah.
I just don't like snakes. The way that they eat
Yeah,
things
yeah.
is just. I just don't
Yeah, they
like
eat
it.
them,
It's just
eat them
not-
whole, don't they?
Yeah.
And then digest them.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
like
like,
the constrictors as well, boa constrictor, that they wrap round the prey, don't
Yeah,
they?
just
And
crush.
they keep, and every time you breathe, and
Yeah.
they suck it again. So literally, you've got no air
They,
left
they
in
come
you.
in with their 2 big fuck off fangs and they poison the shit out of you,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they just basically suffocate you to death and then swallow you whole. It's like the 3 worst things I can think of.
Yeah, there's a weird an anomaly where I can't remember what it's called, but they're like snakes get like they're fighting, right? They get wrapped into each other, like kind of like ties a knot, and then they fucking just end up both dying.
Jesus. There's also this used to exist, the Titan boa, which was around the dinosaurs' times. It was about 13 meters, 42 feet, would weigh up to a ton. But the most terrifying thing is that scientists believe it is actually possible, even though they supposedly went extinct along with the dinosaurs, it is entirely possible that they could still live in the world's largest river, the Amazon River. So, because obviously a lot of the Amazon is undiscovered, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these fuckers could still be about. It's basically the megalodon of snakes.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
It's a mega snake.
Megalosnake.
Have you seen the anacondas in the Amazon?
Yeah, with an anaconda, like because when you see it, you're like, that can fucking kill me, like that.
Yeah.
That could take me down, and it ain't gonna be pretty, is it? Like at least with like a lion or something, it's like quick, like just fucking snap your neck, done. But the snake,
that's just gonna fucking crush you to death. Oh man.
Yeah, that is a goat.
Evil bastards.
A goat in the snake's mouth.
They're horrible, isn't they? Because even when they like eat shit, they like dislocate their jaws and stuff, don't they? To make it bigger. Oh, look at that!
It's a kangaroo. Yeah.
How big's your mouth?
Oh dear.
They can get they're just dislocating. They can literally swallow anything.
State of that.
No,
Have you seen the ones where they're found fucking
that one.
That's like me with
bodies
double
and
decker.
shit?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's one in there. There's an anaconda, a man's body in an anaconda.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that, like some of here got like crocodiles and shit. And
See, this is my
alligators in their
issue
mouth.
with Australia. There's just so much shit out there that can kill you, man.
Yeah, but snakes won't go for humans. Cause
Tell that to the guy that was in the fucking anaconda.
yeah, true.
Don't try
usually,
a thesis.
Not in Australia.
apparently, between
Amazon.
81,000 to 138,000 people are killed by snake bites every year.
How many?
81 to 140,000 people.
That's a lot of people. When you think, isn't there only like 3 shark deaths a year? Something like that? Or 12?
Wait, 140,000 people died.
Yeah, each year from snakes.
That's fucking. That's mad.
India's the biggest.
Yeah,
the
I'd say it's
biggest.
going to be in.
Apparently, the most poisonous snake in the world is the inland taipan. The inland taipan, or famously known as fierce snake, has the most toxic venom in the world. It can yield as much as 110 milligrams in one bite, which is enough to kill around 100 people or over 2.5 lakh mice. I don't know what lakh mouse is, but yeah, there's enough venom in one bite to kill 100 people. So you're dead 100 times over.
There's also 3,800 different types of species of snake.
Oh,
It's funny how that snake's evolved, isn't it, to have that much power in its venom.
Yeah.
To kill it. I mean, yeah, I suppose.
where'd that come from, man? Do you know what
I mean, it could literally probably kill an
Can we not?
elephant.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
dislocate is sure to eat the fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, in one. Fucking hell,
How'd you
man.
get around the tusks?
Snakes are, I don't mind looking at them and that, but they are lethal, aren't they? They are lethal.
Have you ever heard that thing of this? I don't know whether it was legit or whatever, but it's like some lady, she had a snake as a pet, and it would I think
It
it
was
was
starving itself.
it just wouldn't eat, and she would she would cuddle it on the night, and it used to cuddle her on the night, didn't it? It used to get near her and stuff, and then it just stopped eating for ages. And then the guy was like, "Yeah, he's starving himself so he can eat you."
Yeah,
He's sizing her up and shit. Yeah,
that's why it's preparing to eat.
preparing to eat you. Yeah, so
My word.
that is just fucking fuck that shit.
That is fucking horrific. So you can't
Lovely
trust.
pet.
People say you can't trust cats. You can't fucking trust snakes.
Yeah.
Literally, snakes are snakes.
Here's some,
Yeah.
here's some quick facts.
Oh,
Apparently,
snake facts.
they're solar powered and they rely fully on external heat or light sources.
All right.
They don't have eyelids. Not all of them lay eggs. They smell with their tongues. Their table manners are different to ours, right? And they have 5 forms of locomotion.
Oh wow.
More than Kylie Minogue.
Apparently so.
One was enough.
Considering they're just like
Also, it says they're not aggressive.
a piece of string.
Snakes are not aggressive. They are shy, secretive animals. They do not bite out of malice, and they certainly do not go looking for enemies. They'll defend their lives if and when needed to. So I think when people get bitten by them,
They're pissing them off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've trod on them or
yeah, or they're like in their habitat and they're like, fuck
Open it
that.
up.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Bite me?
Pythons have up to 80 small, sharp needle-sized teeth.
Oh,
80.
I thought they said 2.
Then
I thought they only had 2.
no, they got two
fangs.
The fangs, and then
Yeah,
yeah, like 80 teeth. Like pointing like
teeth.
that.
Yeah.
So when
Fuck
it
Oh,
goes
so nothing
into,
can get out. Yeah.
yeah, they've got 30 up to 33 ribs and a total of 1,200 bones apparently.
That's weird, 'cause you don't imagine them to have bones, do you?
Yeah, they do.
Sliding on their stomachs.
Yeah, that was severussnake.com.
That was not. Oh, fucking hell. Dear oh dear, so that's the snakes.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. What do you guys think in the comments down below? What do you think of snakes? Fan
It's,
or no fan?
Yeah.
Oh. It's
Can you hear it?
quote off the dome.
Oh, fuck me.
I'll do.
It took him a minute. It took him a minute.
Oh, some of us need shower caps. Some of us need shower curtains.
There's got to be more.
It's the size of the peen, isn't it?
That's it, man. That's it. That's fucking.
That better have
It's
been
not really a
copyright free.
quote. It's more of a statement.
Okay, nice.
There we go. That's Jimmy's quote off the dome. Right. This man, I've actually got another world's unluckiest or luckiest man.
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
Yeah. So this man survived 9/11, Bali, and the 2004 tsunami. So is this man the luckiest man in the world? So, on the morning of 9/11, Weingard was late for a meeting in the South Tower of the World Trade Center. Just because he was late, obviously he wasn't in there. A year later, his fiancée was killed in the Bali bombings. Then he spent Christmas in 2004 on a Thai beach as the tsunami swept in.
The tsunami, what happened? He was just there but didn't die.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll just find the. So I'll go from 9/11. We'll do it in order. So it all started on September 11th. Weingard, a former trader, was due at Fuji Capital, a Japanese bank that occupied floor 79 through to 82 in the old South Tower of the World Trade Center. Only he was running late after a sleepless night working through some system problems with his fledgling interest rate trading platform. I rang them to say sorry, and they said, "Don't bother coming in. A plane's just hit the World Trade Center." Minutes later, the second jet crashed into. Oh, I see. That was obviously in the. So they're saying, "Don't bother coming in because a plane just hit
Yeah.
the other
tower.
one."
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And then minutes later, the second jet crashed into Fuji Capital officers, killing 23 of their employees. Fuck. To this day, Weingard, now 47, says he has not watched any footage of the jumpers. I refused the day afterwards even to turn on the TV. I've never seen any of the video coverage. He had recently turned 35, significant because Weingard had grown up unsure he would live to see 36. How bizarre. His sense of mortality framed by the death of his father, a taxi cab driver, in a car crash 9 days before his own 36th birthday. I just thought my father had died then, his sister died very young, his mother died very young. It was just part of my family. My grandfather had seen his first wife and 2 of his children die before he did. Very young, all of them. It was just something in your head that life wasn't going to last forever. But luckily it went wrong that night. Or it went right, shall we say. Yet fate was only just getting going for the self-made Mancunian, an only child who landed on his feet financially when he decided that an aptitude for numbers meant he might make it as a trader. I thought trading would be like playing a computer game. From luck to love, Weingard's story comes with a strong sense of something supernatural shuffling the decks. That September escape was followed 13 months later with another from a different terrorist attack, one that tragically claimed the life of his fiancée, Annika Linden. And 2 years after that, he again cheated death, this time in the form of the Boxing Day tsunami, in which more than 230,000 people lost their lives. I didn't realise it was that many. Fucking hell. I remember it, but I don't remember that many fucking people. That tidal wave explains our meeting, but this roundabout tale starts with another chance event, how he met Annika. The money aside, Weingart turned out to be very, very good at trading. Their lifestyle had its downsides, an early failed marriage to someone he'd known since he was 15 and left him emotionally bruised. That, combined with the fact that I didn't really have much of a life, meant nothing very meaningful ended up happening with the odd girl he'd meet on a Saturday night. This is all very sad. Inspired by a personal column he was reading on his way back from visiting his dying grandfather, he placed an ad. Even now, he can reel it off. His armour pierced, his wounds now healed. This soldier of love searches the barren wastelands for the one maiden who's destined to share night times of passion and a lifetime of love in a faraway place where dreams come true. That is a hell of an ad. Imagine that on a Tinder bio. She wrote me back a beautiful poem called Nights of Passion, Days of Fun, but she didn't want to send it, so she screwed it up and threw it in the bin, but her mother found it and sent it. Annika had never signed the letter, so I didn't know who it was from. I rang the home number and said, I'm the Knight of Passion. And she said, oh, you must want my daughter. The pair duly hit it off, and 9 months later took off backpacking through Asia before settling in Singapore for another banking job where Weingart took just 2 years to amass $4 million in savings. Fucking hell. Trading's the way, innit? He says he felt like Midas. Everything I touched turned to gold.
Not everything, mate.
Yeah. But things started going wrong a few years later when he swapped banking for starting an internet travel business with Annika. Initially, at least, all was well. The venture was called Hotel Mine, which was intended to be the world's first global rating system for hotels. It would have possibly succeeded, except at the same time, I decided to launch something called Travel Mine, which was trying to take on the Lonely Planet and do an online travel guide. We went from 2 to 61 people in a year, and then from 61 to 0 overnight. It was quite a spectacular end, but I realised that when NASDAQ crashed, we weren't going to get any more financing. Another personal crisis followed, which saw him put on 14 kilos in 14 months. I don't know what that's got to do with the thingies.
Yeah. It kind of went from a story to his his life story.
Yeah, isn't it?
Biography.
Yeah.
But just the fact of, you know, being at all of these different events is just insane. The Bali bombings.
Yeah, those
you know,
three events.
Yeah. I mean, what are the chances of that? I'm pretty sure there was another person who was at 9/11 and 7/7 as well. Just the odds of that is just insane, isn't it? And like, how do you come out of that? Do you just think like I attract it, or do you think like, oh my god, I'm immortal?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I always wonder that. I wonder how close, like, do you know what I mean? You've been to death or like something happening where, you know.
Yeah.
I do remember like, my dad. I'd been out on the piss, and it was in the winter, and I come home, and for some reason I can't remember getting home, but I went and I slept in the garden, and I got a towel off the line as a sheet, and because I just had a shirt on for going out, and I put this towel, and I slept all night and it was like minus whatever.
Oh my god!
And my dad said he woke up in the morning, I was blue. He thought I was dead.
Really?
And, all the towel was frozen.
Oh my god!
He got me inside and stuff, and then obviously I warmed up and you just think like, because you hear those stories, don't you? Of like in the winter when people, you know, don't make it back home or whatever.
Yeah.
Must have drunk a lot to not.
Yeah.
To think, fuck it, I'm going to sleep outside.
Well, I can't remember any of it.
Why did you sleep outside? Because you couldn't get in, or?
I can't remember. Mate. I guess at the time it made sense.
Do you remember coming round or anything like that?
I kind of remember my dad in the morning getting me.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck you doing? Like, give me a kick." But I remember him saying that. I thought he was dead.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I don't know why I slept in the garden, but.
Imagine he gave you a kick and your arm fell off.
Yeah, I was about to picture up and your thumb snaps off or something.
But I don't remember being cold or anything, so you know, you're
just being preserved.
Being preserved, yeah. Perhaps I was in a good bit perhaps the
Alcohol keeps you nice and warm.
Yeah,
inside.
Yeah.
Danhoff.
and perhaps the shed was in a good position.
Is it Winhoff? What was
Wim
it?
Hof,
Wim Hof,
yeah. But yeah, I want, you know, like you say, you do these little things and then you make decisions, and then like if you'd have gone like this way or that way,
Oh yeah.
like
I often think that.
Yeah.
I
Where you
often think
end
that.
up.
Where the fuck would I have been? Even I reckon it could even be like the smallest of decisions.
mate, the smallest decisions like defy everything. Like
Yeah.
that's we said that thing like when we're backpacking and with a phone call. And,
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
like literally, had that not happened and we'd have just kept driving,
Mm.
everything would have been totally
Insane.
different. There'd have been no. We'd have never been here in Hertfordshire.
The 7/7. I was supposed my one of my best mates, his birthday's on 7th of July. And I was supposed to go from Southend to London, and then from London down to Southampton. So I would have been around.
fuck.
Whether I'd have been on that
Yeah.
that line or whatever, I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, literally remember that day, and then I just ended up not going.
So
and
we
then
did.
I-
So like, I caught a train once, and then I saw it in the paper. Oh, it's on the news as well. That it was like I can't remember the journey, but it's the train after. A guy had randomly got a knife and stabbed someone through the head
Oh.
on the train, and it just a random attack, like
Yeah.
not provoked, just totally random.
Yeah.
And it's like, imagine if you'd have caught the next train.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you never know how close you are. I always wonder if, like, you know, like you see these psychos doing stuff, and you're like, you know, you could have walked past someone who's just ready to unleash. You just
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
do you? And then they just decide not to, or
Well, that's like Tower Bridge. That terrorist on Tower Bridge.
yeah,
Had the knife, and he just like
yeah,
stabbing
Yeah,
people
yeah,
on Tower Bridge, London.
yeah,
That was like, how long ago was that now? 2015.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm on about?
yeah.
Yeah. So our friend, him and his partner, now wife, went on holiday to Tenerife, sat in a restaurant or sat in the hotel or something, and the news comes on that terrorist was shooting up the beach and hotel at Tunisia.
Oh yeah, no.
I think I've mentioned, haven't I?
Yeah,
50-50, they were going to be
Go
there.
on that
They were
one.
going to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
there instead.
That's what I mean. Like,
Like,
it's
fucking hell.
yeah, it's
Imagine
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
50-50.
Did you talking like random stuff like that? Have you watched that other thing on Netflix about the shooter in Vegas?
No?
Like, you know, the guy who did all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shooting.
yeah.
Or from like the one who's
Yeah. Like it shows bits of that. I didn't realise how many guns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had
So
fucking...
he went through the back service lift, and then he got the porter, and he had about 10 cases full of just guns and ammunition. He fired 1,100 shots. He had like multiple guns, and
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Like, I'm surprised more people weren't killed.
Yeah.
The amount of bullets he fired.
But what's that? I haven't seen that, is it?
It's cool. It's
My
I
sorry.
didn't watch it all. It's called I watched the first half, and then it started going about like Vegas losing money.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's a lot of evidence that there's other shooters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a woman and she's filming it live, and she's filming a bit where it's bit he's shooting from. You can see the flashes, it's like, and like see all the, and then from where she is, it's like really close.
Really, yeah.
Like some a much louder burst of fire.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to that one. And she sent it, the FBI come and met her and stuff, and they're like, oh no, we've definitely, but they decided there was only one shooter within 12 hours, but there's been multiple reports that there's been other shooters.
Fucking hell.
It's called, let me get the,
I know there's that funny clip. It is funny. Funny clip from that moment, because Dan Blazarian was there, and he's like shouting at a cop like, "Give me a gun!" Blah, 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 and the cop's just like, "Fuck off!"
yeah. It's like, no mate, we don't want fucking you firing.
Fucking who the fuck do you think you are?
The only other thing I could think of why there might have been other firing is it maybe, mate, no, I thought maybe it's like the police like trying to
Yeah,
retaliate, but
it could have also just been chaos, because it's like the whole argument in America for gun law is like, well, if you've got your own gun, then you can defend yourself. It's like, okay, so if you're in a bar full of people with guns and then one person gets shot and everyone gets their guns out, before you know it, everyone's shooting and no one even knows who the original shooter was.
Yeah.
So it could also be potentially like self-defense. Two guys get their guns up and then mistake them for the shooter and fucking start shooting and...
Shoot first, ask questions later.
It's called Money Machine.
Money Machine. I'll
Because
definitely give that a look.
Weren't there like a concert or something going on at the same time?
Yeah. So that concert, so it showed a few bits of live footage, and you can hear this like, and like everyone's kind of looking around, and they're like yeah, it's fireworks, and then like you see a bit of commotion,
Yeah.
and then the guy's still singing. It's like, and you're like, and then obviously because he's on the stage like higher up, he can see people dropping, going down, and then he just fucking runs off stage, and then everyone starts to panic. But there wasn't enough exits to get out. So people are hiding, but they don't know where
It's
coming from.
Well, he had
Literally.
such a fucking angle, didn't he?
Yeah, and he just and he had all those guns.
I remember seeing the picture of the hotel room. And it's like fucking stacked.
Well, in that documentary it showed, it's literally he had to get a porter to help him bring all the stuff up. But one of the guys on there who's like some sort of investigator or something, he was like, he's like, I've gone back to a lot of these hotels and checked all the service lifts, and you can still just go up and get them. Yeah, like you can just take all your stuff in there. So they still haven't learned the lesson to like change it.
That's insane. That is, I'll definitely give that a watch.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, it's not really. It's a bit morbid, but you know what I mean? It's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, guys, everyone check that out. We might talk about it again. Maybe we'll all watch it and then do a deeper analysis.
I watched half of it and then it started talking about the casinos losing money, which is why there's the conspiracy about that they didn't look into maybe more shooters.
Oh, right. Yeah. Of course. Just to sweep it under the rug so they can get the money back going through.
Because it's crazy money they make each night there.
Yeah, I bet. Fucking hell. But yeah. Oh, guys, what do you think of that? There's some crazy stories there. Jimmy's joined us from across the country via Zoom. And
sorry about that. I haven't been too involved. My camera's been a bit fucking...
No, it's absolutely fine.
But, yeah, we should definitely do a thing on the Vegas thing. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Money Machine. Give it a watch, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we will see you very soon. Up the APMA.
Up the APMA!
Yeah.